The testosterone mystery. Ever wondered why men today have less testosterone than their fathers or grandfathers? A question that spurred curiosity among scientists, medical professionals, and everyday individuals for a considerable time now. An intriguing trend has come to light over recent decades: a steady decline in testosterone levels in men. Yes, the very hormone we associate with masculinity is gradually dwindling in the male population. Now, why is this so significant? Testosterone isn't solely about physical strength or aggression. It's an essential component of a man's life, influencing muscle growth, fat distribution, mood regulation, and sexual drive. Also, it isn't just about the capacity to lift heavy weights at the gym or a deeper voice, but it's intrinsically linked to overall health and well-being. So again, this isn't solely a masculinity issue, but a broader public health concern. Now, the testosterone level decrease is a serious matter that demands our attention. However, before proposing solutions, we must first comprehend the issue. Various studies over the years have corroborated this declining trend. For instance, a study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found a yearly 1% decrease in average male hormone levels. This implies that a man today has approximately 20% less testosterone than a man at the same age 2 decades ago. This isn't merely data. It's a reality impacting men globally, affecting their health, happiness, and standard of living. It's a silent epidemic gradually encroaching on us, and it's a high time that we acknowledge it. So, we've identified a problem, but the pressing question remains: why? Why this decrease in testosterone levels? What has altered in recent decades leading to this decline? An important point to consider is how societal norms and expectations have evolved. Men today are encouraged to be more emotionally expressive and sensitive, a shift in societal norms that some might perceive as a decrease in traditional masculinity. It's crucial to emphasize that sensitivity and emotional expressiveness do not equate to lower testosterone levels. It's a change in how masculinity is perceived and expressed, not a biological shift in hormonal levels. So, what's causing this testosterone decline? We're going to go ahead and dive in deeper. As technology advanced, we've seen a significant shift towards sedentary jobs. The shift from manual labor to office jobs. And it got me thinking again how a move towards a more sedentary lifestyle in the workforce contributed to a generation of men with lower testosterone levels as well. Let's delve into this. When we think about the past, a world where most men spent their days engaged in physical labor, farming, construction, factory work, most modern men spent their days behind desks, hunched over computers. The physical demands of the past have been replaced with mental stress and hours of sitting. These jobs demanded strength and endurance, keeping men active and their testosterone levels healthy. This lack of physical activity has a direct impact on testosterone production, and research has shown that regular physical activity can boost testosterone levels. But unfortunately, our modern lifestyle leaves us little room for this. Now, even more concerning is that the sedentary lifestyle associated with office jobs, by understanding the culprits, we can begin to devise strategies to counteract their effects. We can reclaim our health one step at a time. Are office jobs making men weaker? The answer isn't straightforward. While the shift from manual labor to office jobs has likely contributed to lower testosterone levels, it's just one piece of a complex puzzle. But it's a piece we can't afford to ignore. Now, in our fight against the testosterone decline, every bit of information counts. Now, we're going to take a deeper dive into the environmental toxins. We touched on this before, but now we're going to go ahead and go into more detail. Are men's hormones under attack from invisible enemies? Picture this. Every day we're surrounded by a silent army of chemicals lurking in the most unexpected places. They're in the water that we drink, the food we eat, and the air that we breathe. These are environmental toxins, and research suggests they might be playing a significant role in the decline of testosterone levels in men. Let's start with plastics. It's everywhere, isn't it? From water bottles to food containers, we're in constant contact with plastic. But did you know that certain plastics contain chemicals known as phthalates? These sneaky substances can mimic hormones and interfere with the body's natural hormone production, including testosterone. Some studies have found that men with higher levels of phthalates in their system tend to have lower testosterone levels. And then there's the pesticides. We use them to keep our crops free from pests, but they might be causing unintended side effects. Now, many pesticides have been classified as endocrine disruptors, which means they can interfere with our hormone system. They can block the effects of testosterone in the body or reduce its production. Even the air we breathe isn't safe. Industrial pollutants like polychlorinated biphenyls, or PCBs, are airborne toxins that can also interfere with testosterone production. They've been banned in many countries, but their effects linger on in the environment. The list goes on. Heavy metals like lead, flame retardants in our furniture, even chemicals in our personal care products. All these environmental toxins have one thing in common. They're endocrine disruptors that can potentially lower testosterone, as mentioned earlier. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? We're living in a world where our own environment seems to be conspiring against our health. But knowledge is power, as stated earlier. And by being aware of these invisible enemies, we can take steps to limit our exposure and protect our hormones. Unwelcome companion. Chronic stress, whether from work, relationship issues, or financial worries, can wreak havoc on our bodies. It raises the levels of the stress hormone cortisol, which can negatively affect testosterone production. Essentially, the more stressed we are, the lower our testosterone levels tend to be. Then there's the diet dilemma. Could what men eat be draining their testosterone? Now, there's a question that would make anyone sit up straight and pay attention. Now, the role of diet in testosterone production isn't something new, but it's more significant than we might imagine. Picture it like this. Every morsel of food that passes your lips could either be a testosterone booster or a testosterone buster. Processed foods, they're convenient, they're quick, and they're everywhere. But could these mealtime shortcuts be shortchanging our testosterone levels? Research suggests that the answer is a resounding yes. But don't despair. The good news is that by making some smart dietary choices, it's possible to turn the tide. Opting for whole, unprocessed, limiting sugar intake, and choosing healthy fats can make a world of a difference. So the next time you reach for that bag of chips or that sugary drink, remember this. Every bite, every sip could be influencing your testosterone levels. Now, choose wisely, for your food could either be a source of nourishment or a testosterone thief. Now moving on to the exercise equation. Are men moving less and losing testosterone more? That's the question we're chewing over in this section. It's widely understood that exercise is beneficial to our health, as we briefly mentioned earlier. But how does this specifically impact our testosterone levels? The human body is a complex system, and it runs on hormones, which are likely the body's internal messaging system. Testosterone, one of these hormones, is particularly important for men as it's responsible for many of the traits typically associated with masculinity, such as muscle mass, bone density, and body hair. Now, research has shown a clear connection between regular physical activity and healthy testosterone levels. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Biochemistry and Nutrition found that men who exercise regularly have higher testosterone levels than those who don't. But how does exercise boost testosterone specifically? It's all down to how our bodies respond to stress. Exercise, particularly strength and resistance training, puts stress on the body. This stress signals the brain to produce more testosterone to help the body cope. So, by regularly pushing your muscles to work hard, you're effectively telling your body to keep those testosterone levels topped up. However, it's not just about hitting the gym. Any form of physical activity, from brisk walking to cycling, can help maintain healthy testosterone levels. Plus, regular exercise has a host of other healthy benefits, including improved heart health, better sleep, and reduced stress and anxiety. So, to sum it all up, if you want to maintain your testosterone levels, it's essential to get moving. The key here is consistency. A regular balanced exercise regime can do wonders for your testosterone levels and overall health. Did you know that birth control and water could be affecting your testosterone levels? That's right. Our water supply might not be as clean as we think, with implications for our hormonal health. Birth control pills contain synthetic hormones, which can end up in our water supply through human waste. The problem is, these hormones are not fully broken down during sewage treatment, which leads to their presence in our water systems. This might sound like something out of a science fiction movie, but it's a reality we're facing today. The lingering hormones in our water can disrupt the endocrine system, the body's delicate hormone balance, and potentially affect testosterone levels in men. It's not just about the water that we drink, but also the water we use for cooking, bathing, and even the water that's used to irrigate our crops. So, what's the solution? Well, it's complicated. While water treatment facilities continue to improve hormone filtering techniques, it's also up to us as individuals to be mindful of our choices and their impact on the environment. As we move forward, let's remember that every choice we make, from the food we eat to the products we use, can have a ripple effect on our health and the health of our planet. The complexity of this issue underscores the importance of taking a holistic approach to health, considering not just our diet and exercise, but also the world around us. Last, but definitely not least, is PORN damaging men's testosterone levels? Let's explore. As we navigate the digital age, the accessibility and consumption of some things on the internet have increased dramatically. What impact does this have on a man's testosterone level? Now, research suggests that overconsumption of PORN can lead to desensitization and decreased sexual satisfaction. This can create a vicious cycle where men seek more explicit material to achieve the same level of arousal, leading to further desensitization. But how does this impact testosterone? Well, testosterone is closely linked to sexual arousal and activity. If men are becoming desensitized and experiencing decreased sexual satisfaction, this could potentially impact their testosterone levels negatively. Furthermore, the psychological impact of this type of media includes the creation of unrealistic expectations and potential for addiction, and it can also negatively affect testosterone levels. Now, addiction to this type of media can lead to social isolation and a decrease in real-life sexual encounters, further impacting testosterone levels. Remember, our actions in the digital world can have real-world consequences for our hormonal health. If we want to maintain healthy testosterone levels, we need to consider not just our physical habits, but our digital ones too. So, how can men turn the tide on declining testosterone? By eating right, exercising, living a non-sedentary lifestyle, checking where your water comes from, and being mindful of the digital media you consume. Remember, these strategies are not just for boosting testosterone. They're part and parcel of a healthy lifestyle that can improve your overall physical and mental well-being. So don't wait for your testosterone levels to decline before making these changes. Start today and reap the benefits for years to come. The power to boost testosterone is in your hands. Are you ready to take control? In the end, the choice is yours.